welcome to today's class. You may find yourself in interesting conversations today with others where you can deepen your relationship and maybe also commit to this relationship or to this person or to a project that you do together even more or on a deeper level. So it may be very interesting for you. You may also notice that you get to know yourself better or the other person better, but also it gives you a certain inner feeling of satisfaction and contentment. Yeah, that was what I was looking for. So yeah, you could be really content. Also, this energy brings with it the idea to make changes in your home, in your direct surrounding, and the only little issue, warning, whatever, is do not overspend in case you decide to make some changes. Do not overspend, be careful, take it step by step so you can assure that you really like what you are doing, also in the long run. Okay, so very curious what this means on a physical level today. As you can see, finally, no wool. So you can see this is Oisho and it's not sponsored, it's what I recommend because it feels like putting wellness on your body, and it's amazing how it works for this workout. It helps you to feel good. Not only in your own skin, but also in the skin you need to protect yourself for the workout. So it's not sponsored, it's just what I recommend and yeah, what I love. So, starting with the reaffirmation of the upper arms, we've got the little toes in line with your hips or muscle line, little fingers in line with your shoulders, nose, sternum, navel, pubic bone in line. Sit bones together, and then it's like a big fountain coming through your head, and it's a continuous one, so lengthening, and as you will notice, this is really what gives you the strength. Knees and elbows relaxed, ribs together, navel towards your spine, and we're good to start with the reaffirmation of the upper arms. You've got your shoulder blades parallel, and palms to the front, little fingers towards your thumbs, everything's long, ribs together, and relax. And again, little fingers towards your thumbs, all is long, lengthening, and relax. Okay, palms to the back, thumbs towards the little fingers, ribs together, lengthening and releasing. One more time, thumbs towards the little fingers, lengthening, everything's together, and relax. Okay, so we're working our way around the arm here and here, and you make sure that all the strength is here in this fountain and you're not tensing your shoulders, pushing your arms. What you can do is enough. So if your palms to the front are here, to the back are here, it's all fine. It's about how you think and what you feel, okay? And if you think the right thing and you don't feel it because you knew, fine, that's enough. It will give you the change that you're looking for. So, with that same muscle coordination, we're at the end of the mat and slowly rolling down, lengthening everything here. Okay, so you can bend your knees, you can put something underneath like books, yoga blocks, or a little chair, whatever you need. You're not expected to be able to do something like this or to have a straight back. Yes, so that's not necessary at all. But it's what you could get if you keep practicing. Yes. Okay, so breathing in and then sit bones to your head, lengthening everything and releasing. Breathing in and lengthening, lengthening, And again, breathing in and lengthening, lengthening and relaxing, relaxing, and just energy going down. Okay, now we repeat this and we do a little circle with our arm, middle finger, looking at the middle finger, and it's like floating, because the idea is to just indicate the direction, lengthening and turning, yeah? Because we need to lengthen before we turn to avoid injury. So this is what we program with this exercise. Breathing in. On the out breath, lengthen. Now look at your middle finger and lengthening, lengthening. It's not important how far you get, navel in. The important thing is the lengthening before the turning. Everything else falls into place. Lengthen, other finger, lengthening, don't go too far, not overtaking, lengthening navel, lengthen, 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 energy through the head, and again lengthen, 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 and coming back, lengthening, lowering, and one more time, lengthening, everything's long here, and lengthening, lengthening, and lowering. Okay, energy back through your body. Okay, so next up is the stability exercise. The guides invented that a while ago, and it has given me the greatest gift, because I can see now how the stability comes into my life, and I see that with so many people. So if you wish for that in these unstable times we live in, go for that exercise. And it's not important to be flexible, otherwise it would not be called stability exercise. It's for your lower back and hip to lengthen, to make a little space there, and to keep that with the muscles, okay? So here we go. Same start as for the last exercise. Now you've got your hips parallel to the floor, important. And the other thing to watch out for is that your heel, the heel of the supporting leg, stays on the floor. So you can of course bend your supporting leg, no problem, yeah? And you can have whatever you need to support yourself here to get to the floor. And also you do not expect it to have a straight back. Yeah, you can just think lengthening, sit bones, the fountain, very important, and sit bone heel, lengthening, and then bend, definitely bend the leg that's in the air, and just see if your thoughts of the line, center, side, yeah, make a difference. And for as long as that does, you think long. If it doesn't make any difference anymore, just let the blood flow back and change legs. So it can on one side take longer than on the other one, no problem. This is just to feel, to lengthen. So here obviously with still, well, it's not any more contractions. It's that the muscle and the fascia are not as separate as they should be. Lengthen and release. So I really need to feel my way there a little bit more. But that's what we're working here, and what gives us a lot of progress. So, repeating one more time, or if you like, you visualize more length and just see where it takes you. Yes, and then you can do it like this. Make sure you're not turning your hip, lines parallel, or you can go with what I have to do presently to help my body, which is the dynamic version. And I'm trying to do that very slowly, describing the biggest possible circle, lengthening everything in my body to see also where the body likes to avoid something. So interesting, because if there is some issue, this is what your body does. Your body tries to perform. Lengthen, and yeah, to find a way to give you the height you're looking for, or whatever you're looking for. So Yeah, first of all, sorry, lengthening. I was now straight, starting with the other version. Lengthening, and then, yeah, lengthening, keep lengthening, thinking, or go for the dynamic version and lengthen. Okay, that was a little issue. Let's see what we can do. Because the point there in one hip always affects the other one as well. Yeah, so both legs are affected if there's something in your hip, and it's right here. Okay, so let's check in with the body. See how we feel. Massage a little bit, lengthen, stretch, whatever you need. Maybe you want to shake off some energy. If your energy feel the shake, that's always a good idea. 3-dimensional with your arms, obviously, because then your shoulder blades or your shoulder joints are relaxed. Or Chinese medicine exercise, navel in and just, it's like trembling. Yeah, that's it. Okay, so just see where there is some tension, some pain, some weird feeling. And if there is a tension point, you can always give it a little massage. That's also Chinese medicine advice. Head down, my favorite, elbows closed, if you like to try this. If you have kids or grandkids watching you do that, they will love it and they will join. Definitely. Okay, right, so what are we doing now? We're starting with backward balance. Interesting. So it's legs together, and I'm starting on my elbows. You can also do that in the plank position, on your hands here. But I always suggest, if you can, to try everything. You can also bend your legs if you like. So from here, breathing in, on the out breath, sit bones head, lengthening. And you will find that if you think long here, this is actually the main work. Getting your butt off the floor is not much more. Okay, so here we go. Lengthening. I always like to do 3 times, but you know what's right for you. Make sure that you're really long behind your neck, long at the front. Yeah, see if there's some more legs. Mainly the energy goes through the upper body and a little bit through your toes. So now, with that other position, carefully watch that you've got your little fingers in line with your elbows. Of course, you can also bend your legs here. And as before, lengthening is the main job. And then you see where you can get to. Okay, lowering. And again, lengthening. And one more time. And again, breathing in, lengthening. Up and release. And now if you like, and you can start, very low. I really suggest that actually. You can lengthen one leg and then lengthening going down. Important, the main energy goes through the upper body. It's only a little energy for the leg. Don't give it too much, because otherwise, well, you notice that you're out of balance. Balance is sending energy in different directions at the same time. Only have to find out the amount, yeah? Physicality or physics. Lengthening and lowering, yes. And I have to watch where my body tries to do something different. Lengthening. And it's the interesting thing that although I've got it on the right side, it's the left side that's more affected in this exercise and not only in this exercise. Make sure that when you go up and down that you keep lengthening and that you keep your elbows bent. Especially when you go down, lengthen your body longer, elbows relax, keep lengthening your body, and that's how you not harm your shoulders, okay? So relax your back, whatever you need to do. I always need to do this. My body loves this for I don't know what reason. Okay, right, double attitude is next, okay? So, we bend both legs. Yes, I know it's not a comfortable position, I'm sorry, but if you are unhappy because you have some cellulitis or whatever, this exercise kills it. And I really mean it. I've had people in their 60s who had that all their life. So it's all about feeling. And at the beginning, if you feel like it's cramping, it's normal, okay? It's normal. We're working from the inside out. Okay, so I'm sitting on this sit bone, the other one is in the air, lengthening, although your legs are bent, try to lengthen as much as you can. The idea is center line and trying to lengthen and to lengthen. So you've got your leg there and your upper body up and forwards. Okay, I hope I explain myself. So now what I'm doing is not lifting the leg. Yes, I'm trying to lengthen the upper body from the sit bones, and then either the leg lifts or it doesn't. So lengthening is the upper body that needs to lengthen. And then you think your leg around yourself, and this is how you slowly but surely gain a little space inside, and this is what we're looking for, okay? So now from my hip bone until the big toe, my leg is parallel, not the knee is looking forwards, and I'm trying the same thing, lifting my upper body, lengthening the leg, so sending the majority of the energy through here and a little bit through the leg. Okay, lengthening, and one more time, lengthening. I always like to do it 4 times, but you decide for yourself what resonates. Okay, so now, this is, actually, you will find this version easier. Little finger in line with your elbow, hips, and the leg in line. Now, I'm lengthening this leg, this arm, to see my sides, and this is the reference center line. So it's all about lengthening, but I'm not doing anything. See that? It's the energy through the head. So I would not need this arm actually, but I find it easier to have it up so you can really see if you have 3 parallel lines in your upper body. Okay, so I'm adjusting this. If you notice you're not properly in line, adjust. Always, please. Okay, so now from here, longest possible circle to get up, and then you really feel, okay, now you're on both sit bones, and how are you, how it is. Okay, so bending both legs, lengthening, sitting on this sit bone. And as you may notice, I find this so much easier because I've got more legs here, okay? But this is how our body is, it's not symmetrical. So learn, if you like, from where it's difficult. And yeah. And also learn from where it's easier and transfer it to the other side. It's so helpful. So lengthening forwards, lengthening and thinking forwards, and lengthening and thinking this back. So sit bones head, and it's always the fountain, yeah, the fountain that lifts you up. And as your leg is attached to you, it may come up with you. It does not necessarily have to. And lengthen, okay. And now from here, lengthening, 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 and lengthen, and navel towards the spine, lengthen, lengthening, and one more time, and lengthening. Okay, one more time, and lengthening. Yeah, and as you can see, it's a lot easier on this side. Also, of course, because there are no contractions. Now we're here, center line and the 2 sides, and up we go, and relax. And one more time, lengthening, and lengthening, and one more, lengthening, and now from here, again, keep lengthening, sitting over. Yeah, there's still, this is the tension on, yeah, and now it's coming up. Wow. Okay. Yeah, there's still a way to go. Good to know. Relax. Okay, and they've shown me another exercise before, so can I see this again? Yes, they still want it. Okay. If your body does something weird, like mine always has the leg somehow here or whatever, but if that feels good, just allow your body to do that, whatever it needs. Okay? So, next up is rolling up and down in alignment, and also with knee bend at the end. But we go step by step, so at first I'll show we rolling up, rolling down for newbies, then a little, well, version for people who've done it already several times, let's put it this way, and the rest I announce on the way, and you'll be fine. Little toes in line with your hips or muscle line, and if you're new, you can also put your hands behind your head to start, because what we need is from the sit bones to your head lengthening, so having really the longest possible line, also the longest possible line here to make sure that it's all nice and long. Now, you can either keep one hand here and grab into your thigh, elbow close, do not affect the shoulders, or take both, and then slide out the legs to where you can, yes, thinking long, so it's coming up vertebra by vertebra. I'm not having a straight back, yeah, it's a little rounded, and that's important. As rounded, yeah, or contracted as necessary, your muscles, but as long as possible, okay? So that's what we're trying to do. And of course, maintaining this line from your little toe, knee, hip, or if your muscle is wider, the widest reference point. So sit bones head, lengthening, elbows close. And now from here, slowly rolling down, lengthening the elbow, everything's long, and then you just get down, okay? Or, from here, little toes in line with your hips or muscle line, little fingers in your line with the shoulders. That's now a little bit, yeah, for people who have had some practice, okay? Now, the biggest possible circle, make sure when you see your hands that it's all in line, and lengthening, sit bones head, lowering, up, slowly, up, coming up here, lengthening, little toes in line, and now from here, keep lengthening, front, side, back, everything, elbows are relaxed, and if you can't keep up the line anymore, you just relax, okay? So then sit up again. This is like the reset point. Those are my sit bones, and lengthening, and slowly roll down. Same thing, vertebra by vertebra, as contracted as necessary and as long as possible. Important rule is first your back needs to be straight, and then you think of getting your legs long if you like more flexibility, okay? So the guides say we repeat this twice now, so choose your version. I'm sure you can also imagine what else you could do seeing these two versions. Take your own time to really concentrate on the lines, or focus on the lines. Sit bones head, do not lift the head if you're not sure, just help yourself with one hand. You can always push with your head against the hand, right? So from here, lengthening, and lengthening forwards, and lower, and up we go, and lower, and lengthen. Breathing in, and lengthen, navel in, breathing in, sit bones head, lowering, and coming up, and lengthening, and up, and lower. Okay, now the next time we roll up and then we bend one knee. We don't bend it in, we think energy out of the knee. So lengthening. And from here, energy out of the knee. Lengthen, 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 lengthen. And of course, if you've got both knees bent, you may be here, you may be even here. Like no difference, no problem. No problem. Lengthening and just rolling down and up. Breathe in. So whatever your version is, just think what you're doing and see what comes from that. All fine. And lengthening, navel in, lengthening, and down we go. So this, either you repeat this, or if you need it professionally to stretch a little bit more, I'll show you how you can do that. Lengthening. So just feel free to choose whatever you like to try. So what you can do is a bit careful with this side because of the state it's in. Lengthening from the sit bone, and it's not about necessarily getting your leg straight, no. It's about lengthening here and here, and maybe you find that with having your leg here, it stretches you more in all this area, lengthens you more than having a straight leg. Yeah, in fact, with me, it's like that. Yeah, well, now it's the same, lengthening. Okay, but this is it, yes? Trying to do this very carefully. Let's see how it goes on the other side. I'm sure can show it a little bit better on the other side. But lengthening. Always feel your way to lengthening shoulders, relax all here, where you notice that you can, you could also grab your heel, and I can do that with this leg lengthening, where you can get the most benefit from it. Yeah, lengthening, and bend. Yeah, there is still a difference, to say it nicely, and lengthening. Okay, and just relax your back, whatever you need to do for that. And I just feel like the face wants some leg stretching. So let's see what they come up with. Okay, folks, what do you want? Aha. Well, I show you several things. Can you clarify this a little bit? Yeah, okay, good. Right. Yes, okay. Okay, so there's two versions of the first exercise. I think we're doing both. Let's see what they make of that. So you've got your center line and you've got your arms next to you. And what you do is you slide out the leg, little flex at the end. Make sure to still send the majority of the energy through your upper body, yes? Because otherwise your hip will not stay in alignment. And the idea is not to lift the leg. Now from here, the idea is to lengthen the upper body on the floor and the leg. So you think sit bone, heel, and slowly coming up from behind the leg. And then lengthening as well this leg. We do four with the other leg. And then the second version is to have your leg up. You can also have it up here. The criteria is sit bone, heel in line, and that's the case here, same as here, yes, and your knee should be easy going. Now, same thing, your leg lengthens and your upper body lengthens, so you get into a position where your sit bone and heel, this will be the maximum, really lengthening, and now when you're bending your leg, think energy through your knee so your hip stays relaxed, okay? So you also you can bend this, remember, lengthening, not as fast as I do it now, preferably, and then energy through your knee, okay? 4 times with the other leg, here we go. Also what you can do is a different version. You can have your leg here to do it. If that is too much balance or you are new, use the other version with the foot on the floor and the arms here. Okay? So decide for your variation, and here we go. and lengthening. Always lengthening up the body, and then come up with the leg. And relax. And one more time, lengthening, and up. And lengthening. I am a little quick, I notice, so preferably you're a little slower. Bow, navel in towards your spine. I was trying to say, sorry. Lengthening, elbows close, and lengthen, navel in, and relax. And lengthen, and lengthen, lengthen. Navel in, and relax. And lengthen, lengthen. Okay, then in one more, lengthen. Really focus on your upper body being long and about on floating or having the leg floating. Yeah, it should not be an effort to lift the leg. Then you're doing it with the other muscle coordination. That's not what I want. It's all, the strength is here and your leg is just, okay, changing over, other version, lengthening. And feel the legs before you bend in and think energy out of the knee, okay? So it's really about having the leg go easy. And lengthening, and in. Okay, and lengthening. And one more time. Lengthening. And release. Okay, other side. And lengthening, and in, navel in, and one more. Energy through your heel, through your head. Feel the length before you let the energy out of your knee. And up, and lengthening, lengthening, and in. And one more, and lengthening, keep lengthening, and relax your back, and yeah, they want this last one. Okay, so let's see how long the video is, no problem. Okay, so it's like an abs exercise. And you can bend your legs, and they just say if you are new here, you can take a break. You don't have to do that. Well, you don't have to do anything anyway. So, hands behind your head. Now lengthening, sit bones head coming up here, and take your legs up. Of course, they can be bent, no problem. It's again reference, sit bone heel. That's the line, navel in. And what we do now is to lengthen. Lengthen here and lengthen coming up. So it's about the lines, little toe, reference point here, the widest, and sit bone heel. So it's from the center line in the outer line, and then the other leg. Yeah, and you can do that very small. Yes, you can try. If that's new for you, you can have bent legs and you can start with this, because of course the navel needs to be in. It doesn't help you at all when you do this with an arched back because your navel's out. Okay, so you've got to see, okay, how far can I get? And for the people who need more flexibility, like say we're doing 8, there is a little more that you can do. For example, you can have your arms here and here. I've got a little problem with one of my bones to stay centered today. Lengthening, so see, you can stretch a little bit more. Yeah, and then you can also take your head on the floor, of course. Lengthening. Yeah. I have to do some more, I don't know. They will tell me to stop. Yeah, 2 more, they say, okay. So I'm trying to be careful, because actually, if you have something like that, it just happened throughout the class, I noticed it. Then put something underneath, yeah? It's really the bone here, yeah, click. Okay, all right. Yeah, we're good, we did well. So whatever you need, careful now to finish the class and feel good. Okay, little massage. Right, thank you very, very much for doing this class today with me. And of course, please subscribe to the channel if you haven't done it already. And you can also subscribe to Hike About It on YouTube, where you find the weekly weather forecasts, buying the guides, and the daily dose is on Instagram at Hike Dance. So thank you very much for being here, and let's spread the love throughout this planet and rebuild it in this way. Lots and lots of love, and I see you for the next workout.